I'm very grateful that my friend Patricia Arquette introduced me to a wonderful woman who has become Equal Means Equal's lead advisor, Sanja Nadal, who came from fashion, she came from philanthropy and art, and she has helped me create this new campaign that is going to succeed. And it's going to succeed in great part because all of you here are going to help it succeed. Final impact for the ERA is a campaign to raise awareness in the public for the need to publish the ERA. Women are 52% of the population, 47% of the paid workforce, and yet they do 100 million hours a year in unpaid labor. Also, 9.7 million more women than men voted in the last election, which should be compelling to the administration. As I mentioned previously, we are at a major educational deficit, with most people believing that men and women are already equal. So this fight was started 100 years ago, 101 years ago now, in 1923, and it needs to end here. All it takes is one simple phone call from the president to the archivist. I'm not saying that once that phone call occurs, roses explode out of everybody's orifices, but what I am saying is that the legal onus now falls on the anti-equality side to prove that women, A, are not equal to men, and B, that they must be removed from the Constitution. We need to move from being on defense to being in a position of comfortable offense, and that's what this phone call does. So what we're doing now is we're launching a national multimedia campaign across all 50 states to educate the public about this. And what we're starting with is an art show. It's an art show in New York City. It's part of an exhibit, an art fair called Focus, which is a new Korean-based show in Chelsea, and it's extremely well attended. And we have been given, thanks to the generosity of Won Lee, the founder of Focus, we've been given a huge space. We have art being donated by incredible artists. These are some of the artists that are participating in the photo exhibit. Gavin Bond, who's a fashion photographer, is also curating the show with Sanja Nadal. Some of the artists that are featured in our exhibit and that are helping us include Shepard Fairey and our Vice President, Natalie White, the artist Spencer Tunick, and John Marshall, painter and silversmith, as well as Courtney Love and her new all-female music photographer exhibit called From Her to Eternity. Katrina Benzova is a rock and roll photographer who will also be photographing celebrities live at our exhibit. We also are proud to have Taja Von Ree, who is a celebrity behind the scenes videographer and also a fine artist, who is going to be covering everything we do and then creating social media and other assets that will be given to our social impact agencies. So the other extremely exciting thing that Sanja was able to execute for us was JR and connecting us with him. JR is a world-renowned artist and activist, and what he does with his Inside Out project changes the world. It empowers communities to stand up for what they believe in through large-scale portraits. In other words, in New York, we would paper a huge building with pictures of all of us that get taken in a little van that he puts outside of the venues. Having him agree to support our campaign really kicks it into high gear, because we'll be driving around the country, and anybody that wants to get their picture taken can do so by either coming to the place, but also on our website, they will be able to upload their own picture and submit it, and then we will print it out for them. So you don't have to actually go anywhere to be a part of this campaign. The goal is 200 million Americans being educated to the fact, number one, they don't have equal rights, and number two, they could very easily if the president chose to do so. So his van will be stationed outside of the Focus Art Fair from May 9th through 12th. Any of you on the East Coast who want to stop by and get your portrait taken and be a part of history and see your huge 3-foot by 5-foot mug up on some building, please do come. Another very fantastic thing about the Focus Art Fair is the amount of PR that they have and the scope of it. So this is Times Square, but they have large scale installations all over New York, and we will be able to participate in that, as well as there will be a VIP event and party for 1,500 people on the rooftop. That will be, I believe, the 9th of May. And then we will be doing a panel on the 10th of May and a New York dinner, private dinner, if anybody would like to be invited. After the Focus Art Fair, the campaign will continue from May until November, traveling to all the battleground states and raising awareness about the need for ERA publication. We'll start in New York. We'll travel through the center of the country, end up in Los Angeles, come back to Los Angeles, and then on August 26th, which is Women's Equality Day, we will finish the tour in Washington, D.C. with a major activation and installation in that city. We're also going to be doing large-scale billboards. We're going to be doing infomercials, ads, newspapers, everything and anything we can, and that we can raise the funding to do, to make sure that this ERA is published before November while we still have the time to do so. Because we believe that in November, the doors close to a great degree on the opportunity to enshrine the ERA into law, and we must leverage the power of our cultural influence between now and November to execute the plan. We're talking about finally closing the wage gap. We're talking about finally getting equal justice for women when they experience sexual violence. We're talking about pregnancy not being classified as a disability. We're talking about reclaiming our bodily autonomy and protecting all the people that identify as LGBTQ so they can live their lives however they please, marry who they want, and not be discriminated against. And with that, I'd like to end by saying we really do need your help and support. We are a small family foundation. Up until now, we have been a completely volunteer organization. Thanks to Sanja and some new people on our board, we're moving and scaling up, but we need your help. Any amount of money that you can donate would be greatly appreciated. And it needs to happen soon. There are costs that are incurred. There's gas to drive that little thing around. There's printing costs and ink costs and wheat paste costs and cranes to do very tall buildings and people to get the permitting and location scouts. I mean, this is a massive campaign. But guess what? If women and girls in this country in this day and age do not get equal rights before the end of this year, it's a disgrace. The United Nations has already said that the United States is violating the rights of its women and girls, and we just cannot let this happen. We just cannot let this stand. We have this moment in history. We have this opportunity. Let's make it happen.
Thank you for inviting me. It's an honor. I'm the lead advisor for Equal Means Equal. So we've gathered together. We spoke about the reason why, which is to publish the Equal Rights Amendment. All of this costs money. We need your help. But the good thing about it, it's super exciting. It's coming from an artistic lens. And if we show in solidarity with art and get this published, we're gonna win, ladies, but we do need your help. The campaign is called The Final Impact, because this is the last opportunity after 101 years of fighting for it. And as you know, Miss Kamala Lopez has constantly been fighting for it. So we do need your dollars, we do need your support. We would be truly grateful to support it. Buy tickets, give donations, get your put your photograph in to come out of the machine, which is quite a big Polaroid, 5 foot by 6. And we are going to create these monuments in 50 states. There's a lot of work. We're trying to raise 300,000 now. And we have to raise about 1.5 million to do it. So anybody you know who is excited about this project, Kamala will send you the deck. I truly, truly appreciate being on here today. Thank you so much, and join us.